Good morning, son.
Good morning, Mr. Deus.
You're welcome on today's show. We're happy to host you. Thank you for coming.
It's my pleasure.
Yeah, it's been a while. So we're happy to host you here. We're happy to see you. Our first question is always, will you allow us to upload or to publish this interview?
Yeah, I won't hesitate from that. Only if you want to ask me some of the things that are not so personal.
Of course, we shall ask you things which we see that maybe will build the nation, things which will build the world.
There you can upload. No problem with it.
Of course, it can be part of your life experience, but people there can get there some things. Yeah, like people can learn from your life experience. Yeah, so that's it.
There are no problem. You can upload. If the thing is not go deep personal, it's okay. It's okay.
Okay, thank you so much.
Yeah,
So, what is your name?
my name is Asiimwe.
So where do you come from?
I come from Isindo district.
Yes.
That is Liaga sub-county, Katojo parish. It's in the south constituency.
We usually ask about life experience, academics. We are always in that line because most people now are yearning for education. People are struggling with life. Understand in that way.
Yes,
people are struggling with life. People have got a lot of issues in being raised up. Parents have suffered with their children, with the raising of their children. So you don't know if your parents have also suffered with you.
Definitely, they have already suffered.
They have suffered. Suffering is in ways. Where you find parents have done their best, they have paid their school fees, they have done everything. But you as a child, you go to school, you go to school and you do things which are totally different from the major aim where you went to school. So it is different from when you find maybe your parents have struggled looking for school fees and your parents have struggled with seeing you grow, like seeing you be a wise person.
For real.
So in which way have your parents suffered?
Okay. Before I even tell you about that, but I know everyone has his or her own perspective about most when it comes to education.
Yeah, true.
Yeah, the parent might be willing, like me personally, become a doctor.
Yeah, true.
And they can force me to be a doctor.
So that was your dream?
I'm narrating a certain example.
I get
so
it.
It's their perspective. Me, Mr.Asiimwe, to be a doctor. They'll put their efforts to pay for my school fees so that I can be a doctor. But me personally, I have my own perspective.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, I get you.
Yeah.
By the way, what I've seen, most students or most children have struggled with that. By the way, it is one of the reasons why even most students fail, maybe especially in A level. You find your parents need you to be a doctor. Exactly. And you as a person, you want to be a soldier.
Yeah, you want to be a soldier.
Those are two different things.
That's why I said we have different perspectives.
When you go to school, for you, your parents will be like, you have to do BCM. And for you, deep in you, biology, you failed it. Even if maybe you passed it, it was accidental.
Even if it is not accident, someone might be bright,
Yeah.
I did even D1, good marks, good grades.
Yeah, true.
But me personally, if I take biology, yet my perspective is about being a lawyer, I must take history.
Yeah,
meaning
true.
if I take biology, if I will fail, if not I will fail.
Most of us are not guided very well. We don't get clear guidance on which combinations to take, on like how to, like even on a career, even don't get career guidance. And which makes many people fail and at A level, which makes many people take, like I can say, maybe wrong combinations.
Exactly.
And many are influenced by parents. You find your parent is like me, I will produce someone who will be a doctor, who will be a lawyer. But that's not your interest. You're not interested in becoming a lawyer or becoming a doctor. And you find you're messing up the whole shit.
For real, if I'm with our parents back in village, I will say they even don't know what they want, but they feel like they have their role models.
Yeah, true.
They grew up having their role models. They feel like I have a child. Me personally, I can have like a role model. It's like Mr. Deus.
Yes, true.
You might be like a priest. Then me, Nicholas, I'm going to produce a child.
Yes.
Because me, I didn't become a priest, so my child must become a priest. Then yet my child has his or her own role model, has his or her perspective. So okay, I'm forcing him or her in something that he or she won't do.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
Of course, when you're born, even that child, your real child, will see other different people. Because when someone goes to school,
first you can't be in the same
different people, man, can find their good teachers, and someone is like, oh, me, I want to be a teacher like this one. But the parent at home, for you want your child to be an engineer.
Can you avoid physics?
And for me, I've even never seen an engineer. It's like, where will that one come from?
But if it's like, the name engineer, they are really high paid, they have their vehicles, good
I remember some parents want that recognition. Like maybe when we are at the party, they say, this is the father of an engineer. This is the father of a doctor. You know that?
But it feels good for them,
for the parents,
but not we as the students.
Children. So anyway, which advice can you kindly give to the parents who in most cases force their children into the combinations maybe they don't want, and at the end some pass, but some even make their children fail. Oh, there is this instance where you find someone goes to campus, he does medicine and surgery, and at the end of it all, you find at the end someone is, after getting his bachelor's degree in that, being professional, is now going for another course. You find someone who has medicine and surgery, but he tells you he's going for teaching. He wants to be a teacher. You get it? So, which advice can you give to people? Which advice can you give to people?
I think
students, parents in that way.
I will first answer, before I go back to the parents, I will first answer the last question about someone doing medicine and surgery over Makerere University and University of Sciences and Technology, but at the end you find that person like being a teacher.
Yes.
In the first instance, we always find like there are no jobs in Uganda. Yeah. So
then people have jobs, and I don't know why people don't. Why they are
because
not.
We are in the 21st century.
I don't know why they are.
The 21st century was in Uganda. We have what we say Gamba Nob, Gamba Nob. If you don't have someone talk with to get a position, you can't. Definitely, you can't.
Yes.
Yeah, you might be coming from a rich family of heart, but you personally, you are good at making friends. So if I like. After like 3, because even now we are at campus, but after campus, parents are expecting you to feed them. They will no longer be giving you rent. They no longer be giving you food and what. So we are always finding the survival, how we can survive in the environment. Survival for the fittest. Because you can't go back home. The person has invested you more than certain aim at campus, then you want to go home and see doing what. Me personally, even if I'm the parent, I can't allow you to be at my place.
Yeah, that's true. By the way, I always find it interesting. Like they say there are no jobs in Uganda. They say there are no jobs in Uganda. Over the time of COVID, thousands of people died. And someone was asking, during COVID, thousands of people died, and places were left vacant. But still, there are no jobs. Who do replace them? Where did all those jobs go? And you are saying thousands of people died.
The thousands of people died. It was on average, not that there are civil servants who died, only civil servants.
that is a good clarity.
Yeah, it is not only civil servants who die.
Yeah.
Actually, the majority of them did die. The reason being, in Uganda, if a name of a certain district, if he was suffering from COVID, he would be transferred directly to Nairobi to get the treatment. But you personally, back in the village,
People on ground.
people on the ground, when you are suffering from something, we take you to the health center too. Health center free. If you get a chance, they admit you at referral. After 1 week, you die.
Yeah, that's
Yeah. So for that, if you talk about those people who died in COVID, not only civil servants died, but there are other people who died who were not civil servants. So they replaced those and still, because if you can consider, people always say in medical course there are jobs, or engineering there are jobs. Okay, you need to be a scientist to get jobs. But if you go like, you see, like nursing science or pharmacy, okay, medical courses. We have around 23 universities. All 23 universities are having those medical courses. And you find a class like Makerere having 200 students in a certain year. For example, nursing science. And all Ugandan universities are producing, and they want like 5 women, only 5 at Mbarefaro who are doing nursing. And remember, each year they are producing thousands of nurses. So others,
where they get the jobs from.
So you need to have a side work hustle.
So we encourage those people, even if you're at school, even if you're at campus, to maybe begin something that can use to generate some income.
Yeah, for
and
example,
if you are doing your medicine and surgery, please, that's a simple pocket money they give you, instead of eating the whole of it, pick some of it and
but
maybe you can save it.
It becomes hard.
It becomes hard.
If you are not a brandy kid, like I know he wasn't a brandy kid. You can't deceive me that when they give you are going
you may find I became a brandy kid. How do you know?
No. We have some people we always know. We have to together from very far.
By the way,
I give you 200 as an upkeep for the whole semester.
Who gives me that even? There are some even who don't get that upkeep.
Actually, let's say they give you 200.
Yes.
And they give you they pay for you in a certain hotel. Only lunch. So we are excluding breakfast. You will never take breakfast from up until you finish your campus. So even if we give you 200 a semester, that you want data, you want supper from 200, you want a meal course, personal what, you want soap, what and what, you want to be in a good group. Tomorrow they are going somewhere, Las Vegas, they have a BD, they have an outing. You can't exclude yourself from that group.
It depends on what you see, but you see, in most cases, when you don't have money, there is a way you have to be humble. You have to, because now let me tell you, for example, I'm also a student at the university.
Doing which course?
I'm doing a bachelor's degree in information technology. It's some sounding course.
You are going in digital technology.
I'm going in digital technology. I'm going to click. Anyway, but now what I've seen, at a certain point, you have to know your level. You have to know, like, maybe these are my limits. Because what I've seen, you find in most cases, live with there are people who, like, after a week, they send around 100K. And you find for you as a person, no one will send you any single coin for the whole semester. And now when you hear about those parties, you say, I'm going there. With people, they send 100K. 100K every week. So if you try to live that life, you will find you are living a life which is not yours. And that one can affect you. Because when you go there, people will order for drinks, you have to order for one. people will want to eat those good things. You also want to eat. Maybe you will say, hey, you will also want to put on a new clothes like any other. No one, by the way, no one hates this good life.
And no one hates
Everyone loves that good life. People will tell you, man, this world, the worldly things are just Sunday, it is just soil. Those are just lies. Those words are said by the poor. What according to my simple research I've seen, those words are said by us who are always struggling. But when you happen to get money, you have to enjoy life to the maximum.
Exactly.
The reason why we don't enjoy life, it is because we don't have money. But when you find you have money, you will enjoy life to but only the reason why we don't enjoy life in most cases is because of the money issues.
Money issues.
Yeah. So for me, my point is at a certain point, you have to know that maybe my limits are here. I have to.
Okay, you should know your limits. Where if you have 100, you know how I will spend my 100 for the long time I'm spending at campus.
Yeah.
When we come back to the real question you have asked at first, parents forcing us with certain.
Yeah, like by the way, we should hit the point.
Yeah.
Which advice do you give those parents who force students to take certain combinations because they want them to be professional in this or that, and where you find their children are not interested in such courses the parents are interested in. So what advice can you give to the parents?
To me, I feel like if I'm having my child now, mostly we always harmonize when someone's going at the senior 5, senior 6, that is high school.
Yeah.
To me, I always harmonize with my children. Yeah.
You always
harmonize with that.
You always harmonize.
Yeah.
You have already started
I can harmonize with my children or my child. We sit down, ask what do you want? What do you feel want to be?
Yeah. And then you make sure you shape your child in that line.
You shape your child in that line. Because me being a doctor, me being an engineer, I think you can take me at campus, I become an engineer. But at the end, I go in the field, I don't know nothing. I know nothing. Totally nothing.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, that's true.
So, you'll be like, I have 5 doctors, I have 2 engineers. In the family, you have 7 children. But out of 7 children, 2 engineers and 5 doctors, a doctor, you have only 2 doctors who are working with and 1 engineer.
Yes.
The instance behind is like the problem that have come
with our questions. So I want to ask you some of the few questions remaining. What has life taught you? Like, what is your life experience so far? Are there some things which have disturbed you? Have you got some challenges and you feel like giving up? Tell me about that. Like how things have gone on with you, how you have been able to live, how you have been able to survive within this world, and in most cases when you come from not in good families, not in good work, how life has tried to squeeze people, and how have you tried to overcome the problems?
If you always follow me actually on my social media platforms, I always say it is not genetic in our family to quit. It is not genetical, meaning it is not our genes for us to quit. We always persist about something. If it is to do something, I always persist. Okay, persistence is my value, if I must say. Yeah, of course, I'm not a planned kid, as they said. So there are many challenges. But what I want you to clarify for me, what are your challenges, from which level? Because I've passed through many levels.
Mostly from your education, from the education staff, as you have been studying. Have you faced some difficulties in education? For example, you told me at campus. Have you faced some? Here the life at campus is a bit confusing. Here the life at campus is a bit so more enjoyable that people forget even about the reason why they went to campus. People enjoy a lot and forget the reason why they are at campus. And then end up getting serious issues like contracting HIV/AIDS because of the too much enjoyment. So, do you have any idea about that?
Of course, I have the idea about that. But me personally, I haven't faced some of the things like going into those things of homosexuality or what. Because if you don't have money, no, in our local language we have a word, it's like a proverb sort of, but of course you know, if you don't have money, you can't even think of that. Some of the things you need to do. But the challenges are, of course, we are using in the primary and secondary level, where when it comes lunchtime, they ring the bell and go there and eat. In the biology we study, in the high school biology we studied about the Pavlov's theory, where they used to, he was Pavlov who had the dogs. When they ring the bell, the dogs go and eat. Okay. They know that now it is time for meals. But now when it comes to campus, the other time we used to stay in dormitories, they ring the bell, you go and eat. But now, it's your high time, you are in the rental. The landlord is on your neck. When it comes to meals, now it becomes a problem. Me personally, I'm now at the University of Sciences and Technology doing petroleum engineering and environmental management. But the problem, as I've already faced, is about where our course it's like we call it the main branch, but it is called in Chumo. So it is far away from the town. So we always face the problems of meals. In the restaurants in the campus, of course, they are expensive.
That is one of the biggest problems. That's one of the biggest challenges when you're at campus. Food. Food is always the main issue. So if you don't get what it is always a challenge above all the challenges, because you can't go in class when you're hungry. You can't do coursework when you're hungry. Even when in a test when you're hungry, I don't think it can come out. So by the way, the parents out there watching this, please, if your child is at campus, please, once in a while, send her or him a 50K. Don't let your children suffer from there. You see, one of the reasons why most students at campus do things which are not supposed to be done, like even get involved in these evil acts, one of the greatest things is because of lack of money. Because lack of money or lack of food makes students misbehave. Yeah, it makes students misbehave. I remember now, there are a lot of things happening at campus, there are a lot of religions being introduced, there are a lot of what. Your child will come when he has changed from the religion to another one, and of which you even have no idea about.
Yeah, of course we can even change the names where necessary.
Yeah, because you can even be a Muslim in search of food.
Yeah.
Anything can happen. So anyway, as we conclude this, but I want you to first tell us about the challenges and the solutions, how you have tried to overcome those challenges, and then we see how we conclude this.
Of course, I told you that my first challenge is the problem is always about the food at campus. But the solution for food, I haven't gotten. The solution for food.
There's no solution.
There's no solution. As long as you don't have money, you can solve that problem. Yeah. But I always persist. I can't leave going back to school because I don't have food. Because I'm always assured, like, even if I skip lunch, in the evening I go there, mingle my portion, then I eat. Yeah, tomorrow morning I go back at school.
Yes. So as we conclude, which advice you give to the senior 6 classists who are going to campus? There are some who have been exposed and they even already know life at campus is like this. But there is that one person from your village deep who has no idea, even who has never gone in town. Remember, most universities are in towns. So there is someone who is from deep in the village and has no idea about how even the town looks like, even how students at campus behave. So what advice to give to some of those students, especially those who are deep in their villages that are coming to campus? Like, you can tell them on how they will forge life at campus, how they will, like, how to protect themselves while at campus, so that they may live good and stay healthy and still study.
Because of course you have already clarified about that. We have different levels,
Yes.
different levels of people. So if I would advise a senior 6 back from my village, the one I know, because I can't. There are some who are exposed. I won't tell, but for them, let it be. But people from my village back, when you're coming in town, you are not used with town, because you might find that guy studied like from where I studied from, younger primary, went Chesime secondary school, younger secondary, high school, he went like Theodore secondary. So he doesn't know much about the town. So you just need to be humble with town, because everything is in town. Every evil is in town.
Yeah, true.
And though nothing has an advantage without a disadvantage, there are many advantages in town. Of course, like connection, you see people whom you have never seen, of different levels. Yeah, but you need to be humble in town, because safety in a town is on a high rate. So anytime we come with your Samsung phone, your iPhone, the money is hustled for the whole vacation. You come with your laptop. So be humble. Don't carry your PC during the day on your bare hand. You put it in a bag. Okay, don't show up that you know and you have.
You should not show off.
Don't show off. Yeah. So I think it is the best advice I can give to those senior 6 who are coming on campus. Yeah, they need to be humble.
Yeah, true.
Yeah.
Humility costs nothing.
Humility costs nothing.
So I'm happy for hosting you.
Thank
you so much for your time. Thank you for the advice you have given to us, the parents, the children, and everyone there who is watching. Please remember to subscribe, share the link, like and comment. We are still on. Shall be giving you from now and onwards all the motivating stories, all the encouraging stories, all the stories you need to grow up your life, to grow up your children, to grow up your families. I remain Deus Birial Mukama.